We're right here at the making of the Biohazard documentary directed by Drew Stone and the Stone Brothers. Sammy Seinfeld, Chip on the Old Block up here. We're on top of Fryman Canyon.
Yo, what's happening? This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles live. On today, it is the new music show. Here we are in LA with the Seinfelds and the Stone Brothers. We will see you at 3 o'clock. Peace. I just flew in from LA, and boy, are my arms tired. What's happening, everybody? What's up, Robert Hogg, Debo the Pro? Back. I'm back in the New York groove. Whew. Took an all-night flight the other night. Whew. I slept like 3 minutes. One time in my life, I got on a flight in LA and slept from the second I got on till the second it landed. That happened once in my friggin' life, you know? What's up, John? Hey, there's a lot of people marching through the show today. There's a lot going on. Welcome to the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, where there's a lot going on. Yeah, thanks, Lou. Yeah, it was great. Absolutely. So there's a lot going on today. A lot of new music to talk about. Some old guests, some new guests, Let's just get right to it. Let's just get crack-a-lackin'.
What's up? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome home.
Yeah, man. It was a hell of a trip, man. Is that right, Sarah? You're here for Freddy? All right. Well, we'll try to keep you entertained until Freddy comes on, okay? I'll do the best I can, Toots. All right? What's happening, Gregor? Sunny Scotland. Does the sun... I didn't know the sun even came out in Scotland. Hey, just so everyone knows, Sarah is here for Freddy. Yo, I'm here for you, bro. I'm just here for you. I don't give a fuck about anything else. I'm here for you.
It's going to be fun. Everyone getting ready for the big doubleheader weekend.
Bro, I survived LA, man.
You better get some sleep before Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, right. This is it, man. This is what was going down right here. Bam.
Ah, look at that.
Yep.
The boys.
Yeah, man. That's it. Look how tan I am compared to Evan Seinfeld. That's like,
but not.
It's like, you know what? While we're at it, let's bring on women of the pit. Let's bring on Lori and Jean as well. We'll bring on the women.
Hello.
Bring on the
Hello,
women.
yay.
You guys can appreciate this. Look at my New York tan compared to his Mexico. He lives in Mexico,
All right.
Little Q-tip legs.
That's right. Me and Danny. I think my legs are even wider than Danny's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys plan the whole camo thing, or did that
No. And I was saying on the way out, I was saying to Rochelle, I was like, I don't want to wear this camo shit anymore. It's dad hardcore. Everybody's wears camo. I don't want, but I have nothing else to wear. And I go out there and everybody's wearing camo.
Dad core.
Yeah.
They're all dads.
Yeah, I'll show you some pictures from the trip. So we all stayed at an Airbnb together. It was all of us.
That's
it was like
insane.
a 5-room Airbnb. Me, Danny, Evan, Bobby, right? And
who cooked?
Well, funny you should say that. Hold on. Funny you should ask. Hold on. Let's going on? Let me here we go. Here's a picture. This is we were the early morning crew, right? Here's a picture of Danny Schuler making scrambled eggs for me and Bobby. This was
I had a feeling it was going to be Danny cooking.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
this is the early morning crew. We would meet in the kitchen at like 6:30 a.m. Me, Bobby, and Danny, and like, we fucking hang out in the kitchen, and Danny would made us eggs every morning. Yep.
Aw.
That's great. And then you did the dishes.
Me and Bobby did the dishes. But here's a couple other ones. Here's a shot of Bobby and Evan.
Nice.
And
he covered up that whole arm, huh?
Out, man.
Yeah.
That's painful.
Yeah.
That's like a tattoo trend, just the whole blackout thing.
Here's a shot of Bobby in the Airbnb getting his chops together for
Nice.
This is what's going on in our Airbnb. Bobby walking around with his guitar on.
That's great.
It
looks like you guys had a lot of fun over there.
Oh, we had the best fucking time, man. It was heavy. I'm not at liberty to get into too much really per se, but when they first started practicing for the first time, in how many years it's been, when they first started playing,
emotional.
I swear I was there. It was me and them. It was like there were spirits in the room. It was magic, and it was very emotional. It was like I get a little choked up even just thinking about it. We were just staring at each other like it was like really, really intense, man. Really.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, their music was. Oh,
hold on.
Sorry.
Here's a shot of me with the Evan Seinfeld 456 bass.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn.
There it is. You know what, Steven? I don't think it would be appropriate for me to start talking about what songs they played.
There you go.
Understood. Yeah, I gotta be careful of what I say. Yo, check this out. Here's a cool shot. One night we went to the Rainbow, and here's a shot of me and Danny Schuler and
nice.
And Lemmy.
Very cool.
And Lemmy,
And the Mummy.
Yeah,
what a great
cool.
That is just awesome.
Yep. And I got to shout out 456 clothing, hardcore clothing, because I'm repping it right there. And here's the great shot, and I posted some of this on social media. Here's the great shot of me and them and a couple of their kids, a couple of their sons at the Rainbow, right there.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, there we are at the Led Zeppelin table at the Rainbow.
It's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What an incredible experience.
Look at all the memorabilia there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the Rainbow.
Yeah, I want to get out. I want to get out there for sure. But I mean, this is the music that brings us all back, right?
Yeah, it was intense, man. It was a great. It was like
the passage and all those things that we went through when we were younger. Just brings us right back. You feel like you're young again.
Anybody out there that's thinking about going to see Biohazard, or you're looking forward to see Biohazard, just get ready. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I was there. I know what's going on. Everything you want from this quartet is going down. Here's a shot. I posted this today, but it's a great shot of me and my brother and Evan and his son. So
Very cool.
that's his son. Nice. That's his son Sammy, who's a good guy. He loves his dad so much. Here's one last. Well, here's a shot that my brother took. Listen, it's no secret what I'm doing out there. It's going to be announced formally at some point. It's a great shot my brother took. Nice. This is a great shot my brother Evan took of Evan from Biohazard.
That's nice. It looked
It's
beautiful
just
there.
such an exciting, yeah, it's such an exciting thing to be a part of, you know?
Yeah.
Like
And I'm
after
not-
all of these years, everyone said it would never happen, and it's happening, right?
And yes, and as far as the project that I'm not at liberty to talk about, well, here's a picture of it going down.
Yeah, we can all kind of
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, we all, here's a shot of me interviewing Bobby Hamble, who,
Very cool.
man, that dude, are they touring? Let me answer some questions real quick. Yeah, you're out of the loop. Get in the loop, baby. What neighborhood? What's up, RS? Then we were in like Redondo area. That's where they were rehearsing. So there was like we were in a house in Redondo Beach. Yeah, never say never.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hey, listen. Yes, I kept the chops. You saw them in 1993. I'll tell you this. It's a throwback to 1993. What they're doing, So it's really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be incredible. They're
It's
playing New
good,
York
and-
the Friday and Sunday, and
Yep.
I'm sure my
With the-
father is
with-
going to be mad at me because it's Father's Day, but I'm
No.
going. I'm
That's
not
right.
missing out for anything.
Bring your dad.
Well, the
Actually,
dad
this show, the second show, the matinee show in New York that we're playing,
That's
is almost
like homecoming.
It's almost sold out. So the first show
Mhm.
sold out. If you're thinking about coming to this show, get off your ass and buy a ticket because I think this is like 85, 90% sold out.
Wow.
So
Oh, I thought the Sunday one was sold out.
What's
And don't
that?
show up late.
Yeah, the Friday one
thought
sold out in like, really, really quick. Sunday one went a little bit slower, I guess, because everybody jumped on Friday. But
So Women of the Pit, let's do this.
Yeah.
Together.
music.
Let's talk about this. Who's this and what's going on?
Okay, so this is a band out of Central Massachusetts, which they say CMHC, Central Mass Hardcore. This is Wisdom and War, and that's Chanel. So Chanel is their vocalist. You see some of the band members in the back. This photo is from the last time they played, well, maybe the first time they played in Jersey. Not sure if they played out here before, but they played at Jimmy's, which is that little place in Kearney that we have shows at sometimes, and they played with Cropsy, who we're going to hear from later. But Wisdom and War, keep them on your radar, check them out. They have a new album out. It came out an 8-song LP all over whatever on Bandcamp. They are hard. They are fierce. They are
there you
cool
go.
as hell.
Yes,
there it is.
I picked up the vinyl because check this out. Ooh, it's ice blue. It's so beautiful. Gorgeous packaging, gorgeous artwork. This is an artist, Casey Koski did that. And their sound is just incredible. It's a beautiful mix.
I have some music.
Play it for us. Yeah, it's just a great mix.
So
of
that
like,
song,
that late 90s groove, new metal, industrial, hip hop, hardcore. It's just all thrown in with Chanel's, ripping vocals.
strong.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
strong. That
Just
song
incredible.
also features Aaron Knuckles, and they recorded his session at Don Fury's studio. So they all got to meet up over there. Yeah, that's Chanel.
Hard.
Their energy is just so sick. They're intense.
Yeah, it's a
But
great band.
they haven't played any of our Bowery Electric shows, right?
They have not.
Not yet, but you should probably get them on. They played our Women of the Pit show when we were in Massachusetts. And they've been
yeah.
around for a
the
couple
one
of
I
years
ca- the
now,
one I
since like
came up to.
2018.
The one I came up to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were there.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I don't recognize her. Right? She shaved her head. Was her head shaved then?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Chico
Maybe.
says,
I honestly don't
I
remember.
just crowd killed my job site.
Yeah. It's great dance music. It's fantastic. Their shows are just incredible, explosive. I love seeing them live. So
Yeah,
you know,
they're a lot of
I
fun.
love that industrial mix though that they have hard going on this sound too. So it's really cool.
Right on.
My
Well,
kind
hey,
of stuff.
there's a lot going on today, so
Yes, there is. Yes,
we're gonna
there
keep
is.
moving.
Yeah.
And you know what? Another thing that I got to mention, real quick, is that this Saturday in Tompkins is a big show,
Hell's yeah.
and it's Black and Blue, Murphy's Law, Madball, Crown of Thorns, Vulture Raid, Vespa, The Capturers. Another big show in our beloved Tompkins Square Park. There's a GoFundMe out there that needs your support. There's a lot of costs that are incurred in a show like this, so please contribute to this event. I will see you guys later.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be there. I'll be there early to help set up that stage once again. So
All right,
Me too.
good. All right, Stephen,
All
I'll see you later.
Drew.
thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us, Drew.
Yeah.
Drew, I just wanted to
Hi.
say real quick.
Oh,
I wanted to just take a quick minute and say that a couple of days back, a man named Gus Samerdigas passed away. He was the owner of the Crazy Donkey, who had Biohazard many times, and he was a great friend of the Long Island scene, and he passed of leukemia a few days back. So I want to just give a shout out to him. Too many bands to mention played there, as you've seen over the years with all the photos, but a great guy and a sad loss. I just wanted to bring that up.
okay. Rest in peace, Gus.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
So
All right, I'll see you, Gina.
All right.
I'll see you, Lori.
okay.
Stephen, don't get in no trouble over there.
No promises.
Here you go. This is the one, the only. Yes, Stan Nastasi, I see you out there. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. I'm operating on like as much sleep as I get usually in one night. I'm operating on that for the last week. I probably slept 8 hours in the last week. So I'm semi-delirious. But this is, hey, Fred, you ready? You ready to come on, Fred? All right. Is your boy coming on? All right, hold on. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, The Texas Silver Rush, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Generation Records, 126 Hardcore Clothing, Ging, and Upstate Records. They're a New York-based DIY independent metal and hardcore label. Founded in 2017, they broke into the scene with their inaugural 26-band compilation in 2018, and since then have churned out over 80 releases in their brief 5-year history. In 2023, look for new releases by Mark Rizzo's new band Revenge Beast, Carl from Earth Crisis' Freya, Fury of 5, Angry Corpses, and a few more surprises that are in the works. Check them out at www.upstaterecords.com and use the code STONE10, you cheap fuck, for 10% off. Before we bring our first guests on, you know what? DTFM Vinyl Distro doesn't, Devin's coming on today, so he don't get a shout out. So let's clear the deck. Let's bring our first guests on. Somebody new, somebody fresh, somebody exciting. Let's bring on Freddy and Lee. How you guys doing?
What's up, dude?
Is this
All
working?
right.
Wow,
How's that?
Lee, you're making us look bad. Look at that place.
Yeah,
Can you
wow.
hear me?
I can hear you. Turn your volume up, bro.
All right, cool.
What's that? Is that the Van Gogh screensaver behind you, bro?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. How
Hey,
about
Drew,
now?
you remember this?
Oh, yes, of course. What's on the back? Is that a pass? Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's right past by the,
Wow, that was the
Yeah,
ticket.
yeah.
That's the actual ticket.
yeah, it says admit one.
Wow.
I'm one.
I admit one. DJ one. So let's get into a little bit. Welcome aboard. You guys have a new project. Tell us about Dragons at Noon. Fred, how did it come together, and what's the latest?
Well, I'm gonna have Lee take that how it came together, but
Okay.
Lee loves my guitar playing, right, and my fingers. So he
I also
called
love
on-
that room. That room is. I never saw all those guitars before. Wow.
Oh yeah. I gotta have you. It's a undisclosed location. I might have to kill you.
Bro, I
The
thought
man
you,
cave?
I thought
Where I
you were
am.
like, I thought you're signing in from a guitar store or something.
Those are all yours.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, some of it's
Yeah.
leased, but no, I own them all. I roll.
Fire.
Cool.
So yeah, Dragons at Noon. It started my band, my previous band, None Above All. We didn't make it through the pandemic. I think a lot of bands maybe kind of called it quits at that point, and I don't know. I kind of took a break from it, but I have two kids, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and started jamming with them, and I was having so much fun. I was like, I got to keep going. So that's how this whole thing started. And then everyone's got that black book of musicians and artists that they love. And so when it started to become more of a reality, I just, hit up people. Freddie was one of them.
Wow, you
Right
used
on.
the L word. I don't know about that, man. No, I do love Lee. I'm glad he called on me. It was actually a pleasure going to his studio and seeing his craft and seeing him in action, clicking the mouse. And nowadays you just click the mouse, right? And
Yeah.
turn some dials. But that was a pleasure. But laying down these tracks, and it's getting some really good response. People are digging the punk energy of it, the hardcore background. Mike Kaufman, who joins us, he's actually playing Saturday with Crown of Thorns at the park. So
Where's Mo coming from?
Shai Hulud, right?
He's coming from Shai Hulud. Yeah, I met Mo in a band he was in called Rhetoric. We played with Rebelmatic when I was in None Above All.
Right on.
And we became Facebook friends, and I've just kind of been following his story. And I didn't think he was going to be down to do it, but I hit him up, and he was down to be a part of it. So shout out Mo. We got Mo on drums for this, and Mike too. Big fan of him. I've been following him since since he was on The Offense, and I was in Zombie Fight, and then he was in Examine while I was in None Above All, and Examine's still going. Shout them out. And yeah, he's an incredible bassist as well.
Who drew this?
Oh, cool dude named Oog. Yeah, Charles Oog Ugas. You can find him online and Facebook and whatnot. Great illustrator.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Tell us about and by the way, Sarah's your biggest fan, Fred.
Nice. That's great. We have to give a shout out to Lee's Sarah, right?
Oh yeah, there's who's your Sarah?
She's I guess a fan.
Oh, on there. Okay.
She's blowing up the chat room, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, Sarah. Yeah.
I don't have fans like that. I joke on the show. My fans do this to me when I see them. That's what I get. I get this.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah. Shout out. Who isn't a fan of Freddy? That's what I want.
Freddy's solid. Tell us about the recording process, Freddy.
I came I guess midterm where Mo already laid down the drums. So I went to Lee's place. It was actually a little back where we had a bunch of snow. So it was a winter wonderland when I was in his studio. And I just plugged in. He had all the fun stuff already on his on his computer. So not sure the tones or anything, but we just dialed in the tone, and that sounded like it was it chugged, as we say in hardcore land. I just laid down the tracks, and Lee wrote a lot of things, but we did a lot of brainstorming, and
Yeah.
I kind of quickly changed some of his riffs. So you definitely see influence of thrash metal, if you will, in the tracks. Really chugged out, some of the things that he kind of played open chorded. I just palm muted it.
Yeah,
and
I'm not a very good guitarist. Freddy's the pro when it comes to that.
Freddy's the yeah,
But,
the child protege. But
Yeah.
have you guys played out yet?
No, we got our first show. What is it, June 1st?
yeah, June 1st at Bar Frida.
Yeah.
And
We
then
got to get you guys down to the Bowery Electric, man.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, we would love
absolutely. I think that our flavor of punk will get those kids just turning that place into a whirlwind. I mean, I really do think we have a flavor of everything in our music.
I think we're hardcore, right? Right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if I take my glasses off. But
Definitely leaning towards punk. Yeah.
Good. We'll hook. I got a bunch of stuff. We're booking a bunch of stuff now, so we'll.
Cool. That's what's up.
And how can here's another graphic.
Yeah, we're on all streaming platforms.
Yeah. Thank you, Lee. Explain to us how people can. Yeah.
Just look up Dragons at Noon, or we're getting a lot of radio play on Faction Punk on Sirius Radio. So they're playing us like 3 times a day, which is insane. Yeah.
No wonder why you got people like Sarah showing up here.
Yeah.
You guys are like fucking rock stars already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got fans.
So yeah, it's crazy to say this because this has never happened before. I've been playing in bands since I was 16. I'm 37 now, but you might be able to catch us on the radio.
Right.
So otherwise, yeah, just look up Dragons at Noon on all streaming platforms, and we'll be there.
Cool. Anybody you want to thank or shout out, and thank you for giving us this introduction to Dragons at Noon. Freddie, you want to mention anybody? Thank anybody?
Yeah, and really more. Well, first off, Sarah, who's my biggest fan, but definitely check us out on the socials. I mean, we're just out there recently. We just erected the Facebook and Instagram, and we only have like 22 followers. So simply put, just click the like button. It costs you nothing. Yeah. And then definitely thank my band members from Silence Equals Death, Crime Scene. Drew's doing a great thing here. I'm looking forward to getting on one of his future bills on the Bowery Electric. Certainly looking forward to that. And then Lee, you have folks to thank.
Yeah, Lee.
I just want to give a big shout out to Drew Stone. Can't thank you enough. I really think you're one of the people in the front line that's blending, the old hardcore with the new hardcore, new bands, old bands, and you really make an effort to keep this thing going and put new blood in it. So thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Well, thanks. Those are kind words. I appreciate it. And I might even have gotten and choked up and shed a tear if it wasn't for the fact that I just spent 5 days with Biohazard everywhere, 5 emotional days with Biohazard.
Man, that's so special.
It was like fucking going back to summer camp. We were all living together. It was like it was really it was emotional, man. It was great.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So cool. Hey, if you guys are around, this Sunday down at the Bowery Electric is the next one. It's a free all ages matinee with Go, first New York City show in 12 years. Crazy Eddie, big crowd favorite. Down Low, Crippled Urn, and Chumhuffer. So I know you guys come through every now and then. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah,
thank you. That looks like a
Freddie,
fire show.
Freddie, thank you for supporting me in all my endeavors, man. I really appreciate it.
No, Drew, we really appreciate you, and I see you plenty enough to know what the work that goes into what you do. It's a beautiful art, and I really appreciate all you do for the scene.
I do it because I love it, Freddie. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Lee, thank you, man. I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Peace.
Peace. This is the one, the only New York Hardcore Chronicles live. We're sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, The Texas Silver Rush, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Generation Records, 126 Hardcore Clothing, and Upstate Records. Before we bring our next guest on, let's make sure everybody's okay. Yes, Sean, here we go. Sean Refuse. Yo, Chumhuffer is playing on Sunday. Free show. Everybody else okay? Is that right, Sarah? This is the best interview you've ever seen. Well, Freddy's off now, so I hope he lived up to your expectations. Yes. That said, let's clear the deck. Let's bring on our next guests. We're going to bring on two. It's, you know what? First, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this intro first before we bring on our next guest. Returning to the show is a singer-songwriter hailing from Oakland, California. He's known for his work with Cornelius Asperger and the Bi-Curious Unicorns, Reign of Terror, the Resistoleros, the Disciples, and of course, for 40 years, Bay Area hardcore pioneers Fang. With us today to talk about the new Fang release, No Warning Shots Fired, please welcome, coming at us from Tucson, Arizona, the Valentine state of Arizona, our friend and supporter, Mr. Sammy Town McBride. Hey, man.
What's happening? Well, that was a hell of a mouthful of an introduction, bro.
And I'm like half delirious, bro, from lack of sleep. You know, it's like,
Well, that was pretty good. I'm impressed for sure.
Hey, we're gonna bring our friend Jerry A on in a bit. Also, Jerry, I
Awesome.
see you out there. We'll bring you up on him. We'll bring you in a minute, Jerry. Good to see you, bro. And
Always good to see you.
New York misses you, man.
Yeah, I miss New York. It's been a minute. We were hoping to come out in June, and we just couldn't pull it together this time. I'm bummed. You know.
Yeah, and we'll figure it out. Is that Chris Conto says can't wait to play with you guys in Belgium? Is that right? You guys going? Is that right?
Yeah, the Boneless Ones. We're playing with the Boneless Ones in Sacramento in June, and then we're playing with them in Belgium in August. So that's going to be sick. I'm super stoked. And just the Boneless Ones have a new record that came out a few months back, so definitely check that out.
Mm-hmm.
It rips. You know, it's got a great like crossover punk metal feel to it, and if you're an old skate punk, you got to check it out.
Cool. Hey, let's talk a little bit about this, which you were kind enough to send to me, and let me find, here it is. New Fang album. Yeah. Here you go. Give us some background on this. How did it come to fruition? And give us some perspective on this.
So this record was actually, we put out a record in, I guess it's like 2017 called Rise Up, and it was a short record, and we wanted to follow up on that record because we definitely pushed our sound in kind of a new direction. But this record is really, and I hate this word, but I'm going to use it anyway, an homage to all the bands that we love. So we wrote all these songs very much in specific styles to bands we love. So, like if you listen to it, you definitely can hear a song that's very Flipper inspired, Nirvana inspired, Agnostic Front inspired, Uniform Choice inspired, and so really it was just these are the bands that we love and grew up with. And so as much as I hate the word homage, it was sort of like, hey, these are the bands we grew up with. These are the bands we played with, and these are the bands we love. So all the
Yeah.
songs on there are kind of tributes,
Yeah.
to these bands.
And this is anti-fascist records.
Well, this is self-released, so like
So
we're not on.
that's what I kind of figured. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not on a label, but we're definitely. What do they say? Sometimes on a label, always anti-fascist.
Okay. Right. And where could someone pick up the record?
Well, we just got distribution through Revolver, so hopefully it'll be in record stores. Certainly, you can go to. We have Fang official merch, Big Cartel, and we sell it ourselves. And it's supposed to be hitting the platforms on Friday. We're supposed to have. It's supposed to be up on the platforms on Friday. There's also a Bandcamp that you can go on. It's on Bandcamp if you look it up. But like the platforms, it's supposed to hit day after tomorrow if everything went well. And like I said, really, we're just selling it ourselves, mostly Fang official Big Cartel. That's where you can find it.
I like the cover. I like the packaging. Well done.
Well, thank you. We do it all
Are you-
ourselves.
How are you feeling? I know you got hurt there. Was that skateboarding or a bike? What was it again?
A motorcycle. I crashed my motorcycle February, broke my ankle in 3 places and dislocated it. But I'm back up and working. It's crazy because they don't really put casts on you that much anymore. They put like 2 plates and 9 screws in my ankle, and they're like, okay, why don't you try and start walking on it? Like 2 weeks later, I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's do it. So I'm pretty much back at it. I've started riding motorcycles again, and we got some shows coming up. So hopefully,
I remember I got hurt in a motorcycle incident, and there's that moment where and I hurt my leg, and I looked at my leg, and I remember thinking, because sometimes it takes a minute for the pain to make its way up to the brain. And I remember looking at it and going, "Oh man, this is gonna hurt."
That's exactly what happened, because my leg was pointed out like this, and my foot was like hanging out this way, and I'm like, "Oh, this is not good. This is bad."
Like this is gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah,
and you just feel it, and it just makes its way up the body, and then bam.
Yeah, but
everything
went pretty well. They had me. I was in the hospital like quick. I was with a bunch of my homies, and like I was. They did the surgery 24 hours later, and I was out of the hospital within 36 hours at home. So,
hey, let's bring our friend on.
Please.
Here we go. Let's welcome back an American singer, songwriter, and author hailing from the Beaver State of Oregon. He's the author of the memoir Black Heart Fades Blue. As a musician, he's known for his work with over 40 years as the frontman for the hugely influential punk rock band Poison Idea. We are honored to have him back today with us to talk about his new project, Crime Scene, and the new release, Dark Tidings. Please welcome, coming at us from Portland, Oregon, Mr. Jerry Lange, a.k.a. Jerry A. Brother!
Hey, guys.
How are you, Jerry?
Good to see you, Drew. It's good to be back. Hey, Sammy, how you doing, brother?
What's up, Jerry? How's it going, bro?
I'm sitting here listening to you talk, and I'm just like shaking my head. I'm like, oh my God, this guy on a motorcycle. I can barely survive in 4 wheels. If I had 2, like forget about it.
I should be old enough to know better, but somehow I'm not.
Man, I'd like to travel around in an armored car, and that's the only way because I feel like I'm made of like glass. If I fall down, I'm gonna like Humpty Dumpty in a million pieces, and there's no way I would get on a motorcycle. Just like somebody's waiting for me to do that,
It's like me. It's like me now. I shattered totally shattered my clavicle snowboarding. Got into a motorcycle accident, broke my hand, my foot, my leg. I broke my toe, my foot, my leg, and my hand. Right, and there came a certain point where, I see, my girlfriend's like, we should get, we should, rent, we should go on, get a scooter. I'm like, I don't do scooters or skateboards or fucking any of that shit. I get in a fucking car, I turn the key and I drive. Don't bother me with anything else at this point. 2
Wear
days.
one of those big samurai suits those guys wear. Those like.
That's good. How's are you in the great state of Oregon, Jerry?
You know what? I'm up across the river in Washington today. I'm sitting in my car. I'm doing my CPC training today. I'm getting my certification to be a certified peers counselor. Go out on the street and try to round up the people who need to get their shit together. So yeah, I'm taking care of that today.
Is that an involved process?
It's a couple classes. It's good that it's in person. I'm actually sitting in a class for a couple weeks now, and I get my test next week. So, it's like it's in Portland right now. And in the whole West Coast, the drug problem's really bad. And I see this stuff on the news where they'll interview these kids on the news, and they're like, "Would you like to go get some help? We have these." Agencies for you, and these kids are just going, no, I don't want any help. I'm fine. I'm out here getting, doing this, and I feel great. I love it out here. I get fed, and I'm thinking to myself, that's good for today, but when the crash comes, man, you're going to be in some serious pain, and so I want these people to know that they have people to take care of them, and we just need to take care of our people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know because we were just out there. I mean, we just played out there. We played Crash Fest and all that. And I know this is a big issue in the area of Portland and sort of like the neighboring area. This is what would you call that? The Northwest. These are big issues. I mean, we have these issues in New York, of course, and I know San Francisco does big time. But Portland is really something else, man.
Yeah. Well, sex and drugs and rock and roll, it all goes together. Yeah. It's all like the yin and yang of
Sure. Hey, let's talk about crime scene a little bit, Jerry. Could you fill us in? How did it come about? And actually, give us a little perspective on it, will you?
You know what, man? Just same way any band gets together, just talking to people who know how to play, and they got songs. And now with the internet and sending music files, it's that much easier. I think COVID kind of pushed people's hands. It kind of like, it forced them to do that. I saw so many projects happening with people, they couldn't get together, so they just would do it this way. They would just play in their room and send a drummer would lay down a track and send it to the guitar player, and then the guitar player would send it to the singer. Sure. And and it's been happening, and it's kind of cool. It was kind of verboten before that, but now it seems to be the norm, and I dig it. I like it. And so these cats from Belgium got together, and I've known these guys for a long time, and we were supposed to go over there and do some shows last year, like November, but the record didn't drop until early this year. And so now we're looking at maybe summer going over and doing some shows. And we're doing new stuff too. Like I say, with these guys doing new stuff, it's always, just always doing new stuff. It's what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I want to shout out our friend Kevin Seconds. Says, look at this crew. What's up, Kevin? Hope you're well, buddy. Let's listen to a little bit of this, huh?
Dying in the loser, knowing this will never stop. So this is how failure
Yeah, buddy.
What's that old man screaming about?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and everyone's like, sounds fucking sick. Love it.
Well, yeah, you write about what you know. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Listening to Sam earlier, he was talking about, he goes, the last record came out in 2017. I was like, wow, it seems like I just got it like a year ago, man. Time's flying. I got that new joint and it's great. And, that's so cool. I'm so happy that people are still, I said that about Fang when I got the new record. I was like, these guys just keep getting better. He's got, it's great. I'm so happy that this, what a great world we live in, right?
Dude, and the fact that we're both still alive, Jerry, because
serious.
The odds were against it for sure.
When I was organizing the show, I reached out to Sammy and I said, you know Jerry, right? And he's like, oh yeah, I figured, of course, you guys probably have a great history together, but I had to ask, and he's like, oh yeah, for sure. So I said, yeah, I'll bring you both on at the same time. I mean, you guys probably go way back, right, Sammy?
Yeah, but nobody talks about Jerry's pickles, and I think that we really should talk about. He might be a pretty good singer and all that, but really he's a hell of a pickle canner. So he could make some pretty amazing pickles. So I just want to put it out there.
Well, is that right, Jerry? Is that like a sidebar?
Well, you know what? Like doing this thing today, doing this class I'm taking, honest to God, I try to do something new every day. It just keeps my brain going, keeps the juices flowing. My wife got me into cooking a couple of years ago. I went to France and took cooking school. I didn't learn how to make pickles there, but I'm just trying to do something new every day just to stay fresh. And I made pickles, man. Last year we harvested a bunch of cucumbers, and I sent some to Sam. I sent some to my buddies, and it's crazy. It's kind of like paying it forward. I sent some to a bunch of people. Next thing I know, Paul Bear is sending me bread from New York City. I got so it's like we got this. Yeah, we're keeping the UPS system in business.
Yeah, Paul's a big baker.
Yeah. We should start a restaurant.
You also sent me this, just to touch on this a second, Jerry. You also sent me this.
That's a great record. I love that record.
Yeah. Could you give us any perspective on this?
Well, I did some stuff over the years. I did a song with Dare to Defy. I worked with the Hard-Ons. I did some stuff with Big Stick from New York City. And I did all these different projects. And I was just like, and then I started working with Crime Scene and a Savage Beat and Soft Kill. And I'm like, you know what? I got enough songs that I could compile all these and put them on a record. And I was like, well, I might as well just do some more stuff. Go in the studio and play a Syd Barrett song and throw that on there and do all this shit. And like I'm saying, it just keeps happening. I dig it. I like that record. It's kind of like Paul Bear said, it's kind of like one of those 80s variety shows. It's like Donnie and Marie, next up is Black Sabbath doing,
Yeah.
We got Johnny Cash singing with,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's funny. It's cool. It's got it's like the dim sum of hardcore. It's got like a little bit of everything there.
Yeah, and I think guys like us like to have a couple of balls in the air at once. I got the band. I'm working on 2 books. I got this show. I'm doing a documentary. It's like I got to keep like a shark. I got to keep moving forward, or else I'll sink to the bottom. And it all, I'm a collective sum of my parts. So
that's right. That's a good shark. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. And Sammy, you guys are. And I know you're getting back up to speed physically, but the first thing that Fang is doing, you guys are going overseas first?
Well, no, we're doing the 40th anniversary of Land Shark. So 83, Land Shark came out. And so I asked Chris Wilson, who's a bass player, and Tom Flynn, the guitar player, if they would get back together with me.
Hmm.
And so we have 2 shows coming up in June where we're going to play the whole record.
Wow.
With I mean, the whole record's like 8 songs. So it's, you know, it's not like it's like 15 minutes of music, but we're going to, the Fang of today, we'll play about 12, 13 songs, a bunch of the stuff off the new record. And then we'll bring up Chris Wilson and Tom Flynn and play the whole Land Shark record. So, and we're doing that in at home. What's up, Eddie? I see you.
And Eddie and Squad are going to be up in Albany, you know.
Yeah, and it's going to be, it's like Fang, Social Unrest, Violent Coercion, who used to be Public Enema. So it's like a bunch of old school East Bay punk rock bands that are going to do it. So it's we're pretty stoked on that.
I'd like to see that. You know what? Just since it got such a great response, just one more time.
Life forever drowning in a legacy. It's cold, it's hard to wanna go. Please just make it quick. Reach small, human touch, fall down in the dirt. Blood, war, wanna break. Feel hope, feel hurt. Think you won't live forever drowning in a legacy. It's cold, it's hard to wanna go. Please just make it quick. Reach small, human touch, fall down in the dirt. Blood, war, wanna break. Feel hope, feel hurt. Swinging around on the wild tide in the news of love. This is how I feel your past. You're gonna have to bow.
Fuck this show. Let's just sit here and listen to this shit. I got nothing to say, man. I mean, fuck, man. That really rips, man. It's really great.
Thanks. You do what you know.
Yeah, right. Right. You do what you know. Yeah, absolutely. Where can our interested audience pick it up?
Well, just the same like Sammy said, it's a DIY, Poison Idea, Big Cartel. And, we have a couple of distributors and hopefully it'll be out around the States. It's out in Europe, but yeah, Poison Idea, Big Cartel. And when you buy from Poison Idea, Big Cartel, I'm in my living room putting them together by myself, and I'm throwing in extra things and putting in little, negative notes to you and throwing it. I was doing that. I put some posters on the eBay the other day, and people were going, you can get a lot of money for those old posters. And I was going, really? I just stick them in orders. I just stick in these original posters, and I'm like, shit, I don't know. I got stacks of them laying around. What am I supposed to do with them?
That's great, man. That's and we, and I think I can speak for Sammy here, we can relate because we're all on the same boat, brother.
Yes.
I'm sitting here, sending out books and there's an inherent joy in that. I really believe that, and I do the same thing. I'm like, I sign a book with someone, like, what's lying around here that I could stick in this envelope? I'm like digging into drawers, or this or that. But obviously, it just goes back to sort of, because we're the three of us, we're like first wave American hardcore guys, and that whole DIY, work ethic is, you do it yourself, get it done, and make it great.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. And then if it screws up, you got nobody to blame but yourself.
That's right. It's the good news and the bad news, right?
That's right.
What's the saying we used to have? When we win, we win. When we lose big.
That's right.
And we savor it. That's great. Hey, thanks a million. Sammy, anybody you thank or shout out on the way out?
Well, it was great to see Kevin Seconds on here. I'm super stoked that Social Unrest are going to be playing with us. Obviously, it's always good to hang with Jerry and Drew. I really appreciate the relationship you and I have developed, and we'll keep playing together. So I'm super stoked on coming back to the East Coast and doing some stuff in the future. And Jerry, hopefully, I'm sure at some point we'll play together again. We keep doing it.
Yeah, you know it, Sam. That's going to happen, no doubt.
Yeah, so you guys take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the pit.
Thank you,
all right,
Sammy.
my brothers.
And heal up, and we'll see you out on tour, brother.
Okay, all right. You take care.
Yeah. So I know you got to get back. I'm glad. We all really appreciate you scooting out and getting in the car.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm sitting out here. I'm overlooking a frog pond. There's a bunch of frogs out here. Crazy nature blows your mind.
I follow you on Instagram or whatever, and I see you and your gal out there doing it. It just seems like you're just really you're just really appreciating life these days and making the best and having a good time, and it makes me happy to see that.
Well, Drew, you know what David Lee Roth said? I've been to the edge, and there I stood and looked down. I lost a lot of friends there. I got no time to mess around.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. So, let's keep in touch, man. And I want to thank you so much for being a supporter of what I do, man. It means the world to me. Thank you.
Of course. Keep going, man. Cheers, Drew.
I'll talk to you soon. Take care, Jerry.
Okay, brother.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. That was Jerry A. and Sammy Town of Fang. And this is the New York Hardcore Chronicles. Yeah, we love that guy. What's up, Eddie? Yeah, man. Love those guys. Good stuff. We got much more. We have Devin from DTFM coming on to talk about some records that he just dug up. We got the Cropsy guys. We got Dan Nastasi from Kings Never Die to talk about what's going on with them. Let me dig up our promo. Let's get this done, and we'll be back in a minute.
Since 1992, Generation Records has been a mainstay of the New York metropolitan area music scene. Today, they offer a diverse selection of new and used rock, jazz, indie, hip-hop, punk, hardcore, metal, blues, soundtrack, and reggae LPs, as well as t-shirts, posters, and other merchandise. They buy used record collections and music memorabilia and will pay you top dollar for them. House calls made for large collections in the tri-state area. Call or email generationrecords@gmail.com and follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Hey guys, Vlad from Organic Grill. As you can see, we're in a new location on West 3rd Street, right by Blue Note and Comedy Central. The place is bigger, kitchen is bigger, we have more varieties, more food. We are looking forward to treat you guys with great dishes. All Hardcore Chronicles, welcome to Organic Grill. We are going to serve all the events as we usually do, and we are happy to see you guys.
Peace, what it do? Welcome to NYHC Comics at 117 Main Street, Dobbs, Surrey, New York. I'm Debo the Pro with my homie
Lee Farley.
Welcome to the spot. Specializing in yesterday's and today's comic books, rare CGCs, toys, collectibles.
Got skateboards, old school tapes, Magic the Gathering, Warhammer.
Video games, original art pieces by your favorite New York City and worldwide artists. Let's go. Skate decks all day, baby.
We also have the young readers section here for like 10 and under. The Pops. People love the Pops.
Star Wars! We are New York Hardcore. We always rep the scene. Let's get it on.
And we're back. The one, the only. Often imitated, never duplicated. Clank your chains, count your change. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles live. And I'm slightly delirious. You know, I was out in LA for a couple days with Biohazard, and it was very emotional. And I got it all on film. Motherfucker. On the wrong side of the tracks. And then I flew. I took the red eye back, and I think I've slept like 5 hours in a week. So, but I'm starting to enjoy it, like total like delirium and lack of sleep. You know, I am. That said, let's see who we got out there. Let's do In Vida Loca. Yes, buddy. Yes, Jerry and Sammy are both helping others in bettering. I love those guys, man. Those guys are great, man. You know, absolutely honored. Let's bring our friend from DTFM Vinyl Distro on. I'm talking about Mr. Devin Cassavant. Hey, man.
How's it going, Drew?
Bro, what do you got for us?
Well, I guess this would qualify as fourth wave ska. I finally got some time to listen to this album, and I got to admit, it lived up to the hype. It really does.
I do not know of this. You have to explain this to me. I do not know this.
This is one of Tim Armstrong's latest Hellcat projects. He signed this band in 2014. This is their fourth record. Fifth, I guess, if you count the live album. I'm not counting the live album, but it is phenomenal. It is kind of like Operation Ivy with a female singer, and a little more leaning towards the punk rock side, a little less ska, but they definitely count as a ska band. I saw them once live open for the Dropkick Murphys, and they were fantastic. So this new material's got to translate live so well. I mean, not a bad song on this. Next, because 'tis the season. Gotta love the Bouncing Souls.
Okay.
This record was the soundtrack to so many summers growing up. I mean, it's just a classic 2001 record. Again, no skips, not a bad song. It's got great songs on it, like song.
What label? Who put that out?
This was Epitaph.
Epitaph, right?
This was an Epitaph, Bouncing Souls.
Got it.
Private Radio, True Believers, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while since I've seen the True Believers video, but wasn't that shot at CB's?
I'm not sure.
I'd have to look at it, but I'm pretty sure it was shot at CB's.
Okay.
But yeah, great record. Fantastic. Here's a record that is so greasy, so grimy that after you listen to it, you're going to need to be deloused. Midnight Satanic Royalty. Like,
what the fuck?
Dude, heavy metal band from Cleveland. The singer Antonar, who no one's ever seen his face publicly. He always wears this black hood. He does all the recording by himself and hires a band to tour. But this particular album is it's like Motorhead.
It sounds like it reminds me of like Ghost. Like it's like one dude and he like hires everybody else.
It's kind
John knows in London. Yeah, all right. He seems all right.
But yeah, it's like if Motorhead got in a knife fight with the Mentors and Motorhead won just barely.
I do not know of this band. I have to check this out.
Oh, you'll love them, Drew. You will love this band. They are fantastic.
Listen, bro, I live like in a really insular world, bro. You know, it's just like, yeah, that's that
was another Morbid Rob pick. He like literally texted me, I think at like 8 a.m. on a Saturday, and was like, "You got to listen to Midnight."
Okay.
All right. So another classic here.
My light went out. Go on.
Oh,
here we go.
Another classic here. Gotta love this album. It's one of my favorites of this band.
Oh, before okay. Just John says it's a guy from an old hardcore band. Okay, guitar player. All right. Merciful Saint saw them open for King Diamond. Very Venom-like. Sean Daly says
Venom is a good comparison.
Yeah, you had me at Motorhead. How cool was that we had Abaddon on the show?
That was very cool.
That was very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay. I see what's coming next. My old friend Dickie Barrett, who I used to run around with in the early days of the Boston
The
Hardcore.
Boss Tones don't know how to party.
Yeah.
This has some of my favorite Boss Tones tracks on it, including possibly my favorite Boss Tones song ever, Holy Smoke. I saw them play that song 20 years ago, and it was like, I'm a fan. I'm done. But this is an import too, by the way. This one comes from the Netherlands. I don't know why.
I think the Boss Tones have sort of like temporarily broke up, I think.
I don't know if they've completely called it quits, but they put out that letter basically saying we're done for now after 33 years.
That's what it felt like to me. Like we're done for now.
Yeah, which it's kind of a downer because there wasn't really a final show. Because I think that last show they did was opening for No Effects.
They'll be back, bro.
I hope so. Because that last album they did was fire. Just fire.
Paulie says, first time I saw the Boss Tones was in May of '92 at the annual Pi Alpha Nu Toga party in New Paltz.
Nice.
I heard those were a hoot. They did those every year. Those were like legend. I think Murphy's Law played a couple of those. Yeah. All right. What's next?
All right. This is a classic. I've heard it on 4 formats. I've been listening to it since I was 8 years old. I just listened to it today.
Ooh. Does that come out and play?
That's the one,
the
man.
Song. The song come out and plays on there, right?
The song come out and play. The album Smash.
Yes. That's the big breakthrough album. That's the big album break for Epitaph. That was the first big smash on Epitaph, right?
Yeah. And not only that, this is like the top selling indie record of all time because album sales aren't what they are and what they used to be. The record will never be broken.
Right.
I think this went, I can't remember how many times platinum.
What is that? What it's Smash, right?
Yeah.
Look it up. Offspring Smash. Yeah, here we go. It is Jesus Moses. 6 times platinum in America. Good Lord. 4 times platinum in Australia. 2 times platinum in Europe. Gold, platinum, Sweden, Japan. Wow.
Yeah, this thing just, it holds the record. No, the only record I think that came close was a band that Dexter Holland ended up signing and putting out, which was AFI's Sing the Sorrow. I think that may have
I'm
been
looking
close.
at who's in the band. Isn't Todd Morse in this band now?
I think he is in the band now because I think they just got a new drummer.
Right. Yeah. Joe Frank says, fantastic pick. That and Rancid's Let's Go were 1984 for me in a nutshell. Right on. I think a lot of these records he is now. Yeah. Yeah. Todd's in the band now. Right. Thank you guys. Right. Hey, Sean Refuse. What's up? Thank you. Yeah. Right.
So
yeah. I know. I mean, I meant that isn't Todd Morse in the band now? You know? Yes. What's up, Matt Gray? Yeah. Cool. All right.
So this is my last one. And this is based on our last conversation from the Patreon only show, which if you're not a patron and you missed it, too bad. But easily my favorite John Carpenter and Kurt Russell film, The Thing on Parasite vinyl.
Wow. Yeah. I love the soundtrack to that movie, man. It's like, doom, doom. It's like,
it's so suspenseful.
Yeah.
That whole movie just keeps you just guessing.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the few movies that's ever made me jump.
I was just with Thomas Waits the other night. Did you see that? Where's my picture? Windows. He plays Windows in that movie.
I think I did see that.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me find my picture. I went to his new film the other night. What the fuck is that? Hold on. Let me scroll down here. Where is all that? Oh, here it is. Here it goes. Yeah. This is, well, not only was he Windows in The Thing, but he was Fox in the Warriors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
there you go.
Easily my
That's me-
favorite
that's-
film of the
That's
70s.
me. That's me and Thomas Waits the other night.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Yo,
Did
I
they
love
get to keep their vests?
I don't know. I never asked him that. But he's a musician and he has an acting school here in New York. And
No kidding.
Yeah, he runs a very acclaimed acting school here in New York. And I'm talking to him. I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I have a script, an original a dramatic script called Finders Keepers that is moving forward, and I'm talking to him about being involved in some capacity. So yeah, Thomas Waits. He was also in Injustice for All with Al Pacino. Guy has a rich history in acting. But I love the Thing soundtrack. I love the Thing, and I also love the prequel to the Thing.
That was a good prequel.
It was good. I mean, prequels usually suck, right?
But that one was good.
It was. But John Carpenter didn't direct it, but it was good.
Yes.
I think that was called The Thing too. I think both movies were named the same thing. The same thing. Yep. Could be.
I just remember that part where the Thing bursts out of the ice just all of a sudden. And you're just looking at it, it's just melting just slowly, and then all of a sudden.
At the time, the special effects in that film were like groundbreaking, bro.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm a little bit older than you. I remember, seeing that and being like, it was like cutting edge. Like, they keep making those prequels for like Alien, like Prometheus. No, was Prometheus a prequel? Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Prometheus and Alien Covenant were prequels, but Alien Covenant was a sequel to Prometheus.
Is that right?
Yes.
I think I saw that too. They were aight.
Yeah, they were satisfactory, but
they weren't bad. They weren't bad, but they weren't excellent.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anything else?
That's all I got for you.
That's great. How's things out there? Has the snow melted yet?
It's finally melting. It's a miracle. It's finally melting.
Hallelujah.
Woo-hoo!
All right. Good. And hey, listen, bro, I appreciate all the support you've given this show, man. I really love you being a part of it.
Love supporting it. Love being a part of it. You do such a great job with this show. It's an amazing show, and
Thanks.
I'm going to keep supporting it as long as I can.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon, Devin.
Talk to you soon, Drew.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Devin from DTFM Vinyl Distro. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Generation Records, Upstate Records, and 126 Hardcore Clothing. They're a streetwear brand for restless individuals who don't compromise. They're about being positive, spontaneous, and, believe it or not, true to yourself. For years, they experimented with several printing methods and materials and collaborated with a large number of designers and illustrators, always giving room for fresh perspectives while retaining the hardcore attitude. Get in touch with them. Ramp up your game at www.126clothing.com. Last but not least, come on now. Joe Ramini, Vinny Stigma's cousin. This is the Texas Silver Rush. They're a jewelry. It's jewelry. They're a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres to design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as styling for stage, album covers, promo photos, and social media exposure. Their client list includes Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Greg Rolle, Ringo Starr, You know what? You got to see this. Hold on. Am I going to miss it? I think so. What's going on outside? What's going on outside my window? Sorry, I missed it. I'm like trying to read fucking copy, and I have like these guys are working on the building, and they're like coming down on the scaffolding, and like looking in my window, like, what the fuck's this guy doing? Meanwhile, their client list includes Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Greg Rolle, Ringo Starr, and of course, Agnostic Front. Information on online sales are being taken at their Facebook and Instagram pages, and of course, www.thetexassilverrush.com. That said, I want to mention, talking about support and talk about supporting this show, please support the show. There's a Patreon page. I want to shout out my new patrons, Tim Shear, Eddie Medina, Powerhouse, represent Oakland, Thomas Fritz. There's a PayPal address there. Please contribute to the show. That's how it works. I want to mention a couple of other things. Before we bring our next round of guests on, coming up this Saturday in Tompkins Square Park is the Black and Blue Productions presents Madball, Murphy's Law, Crown of Thorns, Vulture Raid, Vespid, and the Capturers. The weather looks like it's clearing. They need your support. There's a GoFundMe. There's a lot of costs that are incurred with a show like this. They bring in a big stage, the PA. Please track down the GoFundMe and contribute to this event. The day after, this Sunday, back at the Bowery Electric, like I said before, it's free. It's all ages. Go, Crazy Eddie, Down Low, Crippled Earn, and Sean Refuse and Chumhuffer. Very excited about this show. Get your shoes and socks on, kids. It's right around the corner. Rebelmatic is going out on tour as well, starting in May 1st in Philadelphia and ending in Pittsburgh May 12th. Support those that support you, Rebelmatic. Hold on. I don't like that graphic. How's that? There you go. Sunday, May 21st, the Bowery Electric, free all ages, 7 bands, 2 stages. It is brought to you by the New York Hardcore Chronicles and Hegs presents Rampage Fest 5. Reaching Out, Cropsy, Extinguish the Code, Pink Mist, Sewage, Raid, and Disguised. Saturday, May 27th, back in Tompkins Square Park. This is a show that I am personally doing. Hopefully I'm back in town for it. If not, it's going to happen anyway. Leeway, Rebelmatic, Butterbrain, Winterwolf, and Scott Helen, Army of One, back in Tompkins Square Park. Kings Never Die event. As a matter of fact, we're going to have Dan on in a couple minutes. We'll talk about this. Something going down at Generation Records. Listen, what can I tell you? This is the big banger. It's June 18th. It's a Sunday matinee at Irving Plaza. A whole bunch of bands are playing. It's Biohazard's second show in New York. And it's everything you hope for if you love Biohazard. With Sworn Enemies, Sheer Terror, Fury of 5, Sub-Zero, and Incendiary Device. It's going to jump off tonight. Last but not least, or almost, Sunday, June 25th. It's my birthday. It's my birthday show. Steve Zing. What happened here was that Morning Noise got on the Misfits bill at out in Jersey. Is it not the Prudential? Is that the Prudential Center? Yeah, the Prudential Center out in Jersey. So they got on. They're the opening bill on the Misfits show. They can't play within 2 miles. They pulled off the bill. So we are rejiggering the bill. Looks like the High and the Mighty is going to headline. We're going to have our friend Mark Rizzo is going to come on and play with his new band Revenge Beast. And we got Indie Ivid playing as well. So this is getting reorganized. It's still going to be dope. Sunday, June 30th, Dog Eat Dog, Kings Never Die, Dead Crew, Incendiary Device. It's going to jump off tonight. And Serial Poets, DJ Sid the Kid. And then last but not least, still at the Bowery Electric, The Take, Silence Equals Death. What's up, Fred? Star Car with Stab Gray, Ma'afa, and Mr. Pickle. First show in 10 years, Sunday, August 13th. So that said, let's clear the deck. Let's bring our next bunch of guests on. Can't wait for Kings Never for Dog Eat Dog. Let me decipher this. Dog Eat Dog, Kings Never Die, Dead Crew. Okay, gotcha. And of course, Biohazard. Believe me when I tell you. Yeah. So that's what's up, Scott Earth, Silence Equals Death. Rizzo's going to come through with Revenge Beast, and they're going to play. So that's going to be very big birthday. Yep. Mike Rose from those organic grill wraps that someone always leaves in the green room at the Bowery are amazing. Leaves? What do you think? Someone's leaving them? Like, oh, I'm just going to leave them. No, motherfucker. A lot of hard work goes into those. We got to send someone to go pick them up and the whole shit. No, that's organic grill, man. Feeding us. Feed us. You know? Hey, I left my fucking my vegan wraps somewhere. Where did I leave them? Oh, I left them backstage at the Bowery Electric. Yes, of course. Here we go. Let's see. Yo, Matt Gray, what's up, man? Yes. Stop leaving shit. Yo, stop leaving shit at the Bowery Electric. That said, let's clear the deck. Let me see. First up, yes, Fred. You know? Listen, I know you motherfuckers don't even come to the shows to see the music. You just come for the organic grill wraps. You know? Stop punishing the Punisher. Listen, bro, if you're going to drink, just stay away from me, bro. Yeah, I'm going to bring your bandmates on. Hold on a second. First, I'm going to bring on Joey Cropsy and Don Cropsy. All right, what's up?
Hey.
Yo, your man when he drinks is like a Punisher, bro.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I like when Mike has a few drinks before we go on.
Uh-huh.
But anything after that, oh my God.
Jesus.
He's like a big teddy bear.
You gotta turn his microphone off too.
God.
Yeah.
You know?
Keep the mic away from him.
Just beat you to death. Let's also hey Danny, put your mic on. I see it's off.
Oh.
No, not you. You're Don. This is Dan Nastasi. What's up, Dan?
What's up?
Hey,
Dan,
how you guys doing?
What's up, man?
You know, Dan, I wanted to give you a bit better of an introduction. I believe you were the first guest we ever had on the show.
What show number is this?
This is like 257.
All right. So the first number 1, and then it took to 255.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. You're big timing everybody. I get it.
Yeah, listen, I know you guys. I wanna hold on. Where's this picture? I'm gonna go. Sorry, I'm fucking zonked. But I know you guys have. I know Don, you have a lot of love for this band, and Dan, you do too. But I was just out in LA with this crew.
Oh man.
You know.
A friend of mine called me complaining. They was like, "Yo, LA's starting to look like Brooklyn with Drew Stone and the guys from Biohazard in town, man. They were taking over."
Oh man, we really.
I'm beyond words for this band, man. I grew up with this band, and I'm so excited for what's coming. You know.
Yeah, it's. I said it before. I know people are tuning in. They didn't see the beginning, but. I was in the room when they first got to get back together, and I was in the room when they rehearsed, and there was like spirits in the room. It was really emotional. It was heavy, man. And we were just standing. We were just like, it was intense, man. It was intense.
I could imagine.
Yeah. Excuse me. Go ahead, Joey.
Oh, we grew up on that, man. Like the first time I heard Urban Discipline. I'm like, I got to go buy a China symbol. I don't know what that symbol is, but I got to buy it.
Yeah. And Dan Nastasi, I got introduced to you and Dog Eat Dog through Biohazard because, I remember fucking Dog Eat Dog would play those shows in Jersey with Dog Eat Dog and Biohazard. What was the place up the stairs there?
Studio One.
Oh, man, those shows. Biohazard, Dog Eat Dog, Life of Agony, those shows. Wow. And speaking of Life of Agony, shouting out Alan Robert. What's up? What's up, Alan?
Alan, what's up, man?
What's up?
Yeah. You remember those shows, Dan?
Yeah. I remember those shows. There was a line in a song, and it was like, we're going to drink and rip out the sink, and it was true.
Yeah.
Not me in those days. Those guys, man.
Those shows were violent, man. Every time Biohazard play there, they'd stop. Like that's when people came to shows and like would fight. Yeah. Hey, Danny, what's up, brother? Studio One, yes, a ton of bands at Studio One.
Yes, sir, man. And don't forget, right across the street was the Pipeline.
Was it literally right there?
Literally right down the block. You make a right. It was 2 doors down across the street. And I remember one time, I think we played Studio One like on a Friday or a Saturday, and then we played the Pipeline that Thursday. You know what I mean? But they were both great spots. As long as you didn't leave your car running out in front. If you left your car running with the keys in it, it was fucking gone. Like in a heartbeat.
Alan Roberts says, I remember dragging cabinets up those stairs.
Yeah. It was brutal.
God, yeah.
Great spot and like great memories, really.
It's not there anymore, right? It can't be. I mean,
I don't know what it is now, but
Yeah.
it's not a club.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
It's not a club.
That was great. Let's you know, we're good. We got a little early jump on it, so we can let's. I want to play this first, Mr. Nastasi.
Stay true to yourself. Don't worry about the haters and their backwards point of view. Stay true. Face your fears. We all got our demons. We gotta fight through. Stay true. Left or right, we all got the right to choose. Stay true. This is our right. This is our fight. Stay true. You gotta fight for what is right. You gotta do what you can. You gotta make a stand. You gotta live your true life. Always looking out for family. You gotta know who's got your back. Who stands by your side no matter.
Whew. Damn.
That's a great tune, man.
It's killer.
Smoking.
Thank
Hey,
you.
you know what? You know who I need to bring on? Hey, Cody. Hey, Cody, I didn't forget about you, bro.
What's going on? There he is.
What's up, man?
Sorry, man.
Hey
how you
Dan,
doing?
hey Dan, I'm loving the Make Them Anymore. Let me tell you, when I hear that song, I got that hook in my head all day.
Hey man,
That's beautiful shit right there, man.
We really appreciate that. And I actually started listening to your new record. I think it was about 3 days ago I started it, and it's just like it's just brutal.
Thanks,
Brutal.
man.
You know, I mean, I gotta be honest, like I wish I could write material like that. It's like it's just not in me. You know what I mean? But I love it.
Listen, playing that kind of stuff, like I'm 40 now. Like when I was younger, it was easy. I get off stage, my hand is 3 times the size it should be, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, it was bouncing around and
I
stuff.
hear that.
But,
Is that what happens with guitar players? Your hand swells up?
this started happening to me like a year ago. Like I started, you'll see me if you see us live, you'll see I'm suffering up there sometimes.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm loose and you know, it works out. Does that happen to you, Dan?
It used to happen like horrifically. But I got to be honest, the last 2 or 3 months that we were playing shows before like getting ready for the release of the new record, I couldn't feel my whole right hand anyway because I had like nerve damage and shit. So, but to be honest, I didn't get any of that. But it used to be my hand when I was younger. And then as I got a little older, the inside of my palm and then my thumb.
That's where I get it, in my palm, man.
Hey, listen. The pros are chiming in. Lori Dawn says, "What's your salt intake, Don?" Eddie says, "More water, less salt, big boy."
Oh, okay.
It might be. It might. Yep.
It might save my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Does 12 cups of coffee a day count? Because that's what I'm on.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm on too.
There's a lot of water in this shit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Absolutely.
Hey, Dan Nastasi, let's talk about this here and give us some background on how it came to be and what the process was.
Well, I mean, for us, like speaking for all of us, it was like we've spent the last 3.5 years really like just preparing to finally release a full-length album. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's more than a passion project, man. Like the album means like so much to all of us, just because we were finally able to get everything in order where we could actually finish the full length record, master the record, and thankfully we were able to hook up with Metalville in Germany. We were able to hook up with Rough Trade Distribution in New York, Europe, and Gama, and they really made it happen. And I have to also say that our good friend Scott, like the record would have never happened without my longtime friend and our friend Drew Scott Tino, the tapeworm.
Yeah.
Because he really helped us out financially to really be able to actually even record the record that we wanted to. So
that's awesome. And he's a big supporter of you guys and a supporter of mine. And he's coming back to New York. That's what this is.
That's right.
Scott's comes back to New York. By the way, if you know, Scott owns a bar in Saipan called Godfather's Bar.
Yeah, two of them.
Is it two of them?
Yep.
And he comes back to New York once a year, and we do a birthday show for him. And this year, it's his birthday. It's Steven Messina's birthday, and it's Dog Eat Dog, Kings Never Die, Dead Crew, ID, and Serial Poets. So this is the Scott Tino birthday bash, and it's always a blast. I want to say that. Let me get the cover back up. You guys, we talk a lot now, and we've gotten pretty close in the past couple years. After sort of seeing each other peripherally initially for a couple years, but we talk a lot, and we strategize, and we talk about our bands and what's going on. And it's funny that our friend Busky brings this up. He says Kings Never Die is one of the hardest working bands out there, and I think that I just want to compliment you that you guys have had this really focused work ethic about Kings Never Die, and you've built the thing, really brick by brick. You've built the thing. You started with humble beginnings, and look, you and Larry the Hunter and a couple guys in the band had been in a lot of other bands. It's hard to sort of, okay, boys, let's start from scratch, but you guys did. And you had a lot of humility. You played at the bottom of the bills, and you worked your way up. You released a single. You released it, and you really got yourselves up to ramming speed. Could you give us some perspective on sort of your work ethic?
I mean, if you love, like, in all honesty, if you love what you're doing, like, I love to be a part of like a band structure with people that I really love. Like people I enjoy being around. So to be honest, when me and Larry first had the idea, it was like one evening in his living room, and it was like, yeah, let's start a band. You know what I mean? Like that was 3.5, 4 years ago.
Right.
And it's humbling because nobody really gives a shit like what bands you were in or what you did 30 years ago, 20 years ago. And I feel like nor should they. Like you're only as good as what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So it's something that we put a lot, like our heart into, and we've put a lot of love into it, and we respect each other, and we're doing the best we can at this point, not only to like make the best music, but like to be the best people for each other. So whatever happens ultimately is kind of like gravy. Like to me, we've accomplished the first part of what we set out to do. And we've been really lucky, having Danny come in as a friend, as another writing partner into it. And obviously, like one of the best drummers in the world is like, it's unbelievable to be able to play with him, but it's unbelievable to be able to like put the project together with him. I don't mean project, but create the music together. And then, and Evan as well. Like Evan stepped right in when Jay, really just had to relocate his life.
Now you're talking about your bass player.
Yeah, Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay, they really relocated his life down to the Carolinas,
Sure.
and we're like couldn't be happier. Him and Dee got married. They lived down there. He had a lot of issues with his parents, and Richie Mancuso is actually the guy that said, "Hey, you know, how about," he suggested Evan, and Evan is he's just like us, man. He just loves to play. We
Sure.
don't have any like false pretenses about it. Like, we don't think we deserve anything. We don't think we expect, we're just grateful for whatever is coming our way.
Well, graciousness and humility are really valuable traits to have as we plod headlong through this life, and you guys have sort of, as you move forward and get and improve, you've sort of, you've addressed issues and sort of, you've got, I don't want to say the right guys, because I'm not, I'm not saying there were any wrong guys. I don't think there were any wrong guys in your band, but you've got, guys come, guys go, especially, at this stage of the game. You've really made your way through it and really put together a really strong lineup,
Yeah, I mean, more than that, they're great people.
Yeah.
Like, Dylan, another part of it is that, like, we're fathers. Like, we're humble and we respect the fact, like, I'm grateful personally that I still have the ability to do it, that I still have the love to do it. And I think all five of us are exactly in the same boat when it comes to that.
Sure.
And, like, look, couple songs from the record are out. The response seems to be really good, and that's great. But, ultimately the record comes out in about a month, and we're just hoping that people enjoy it and we keep having the opportunity to get out and play. And, ultimately we really just want to, like, tour. Like, we just want to get out, support the record. Obviously, our drummer is, has this other band that all of a sudden,
that all of a sudden is headlining festivals in Europe.
Yeah. which by the way is like, nobody's happier than me. Like, I want to see. I mean, look, I'm going with a crew. We're like, I'm driving out to Milwaukee just to see the first show. I hope you'll be out there. Like, Cropsy guys, you got to get a bus together and drive out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But nobody's happier than me.
Where can people pick up the record?
Really everywhere and anywhere.
Okay.
I always tell everybody, go to Cortex Records and you could buy the record from Cortex Records in Germany, and it gets shipped to the United States, and the shipping is really reasonable. So
it's
I'm
amazing.
always going to
It's amazing how much it costs to ship it the other way now. It's not even worth doing. It's not even like when I put out the new book, like
you got to get it printed there, man.
No, I'm going to ship them to Cortex, and if anybody outside the States wants to buy the next, volume 2, which is being designed now, buy it from Cortex, because I can't deal with it this time. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah. But as far as getting the record, I always want people to go to Cortex. Cortex is also going to be the only place where you can get Kings Never Die gear in all of Europe. It's just going to be like exclusively through Cortex. And we're like super grateful for everything that they've done for us. And honestly, like, it's the most important distributor record store to me in all of Europe. It really is everything.
Well, for sure. We love those guys, and they have it dialed in at this point. They have it really dialed in, and that's what's up.
The other thing I just want to say is also that our label is very connected, and Tower Records, I don't know if people know, but Tower Records is like kind of like back in the game when it comes to distribution of records.
Is that right?
And Tower Records, Japan, in the United States and Japan, if you don't want to go to Cortex, Tower Records is the spot to go. And also Merch Bar. And if you go to our website, everywhere in the world, you can go to like 2 or 3 distribution houses where you could get it. And then obviously it'll be in record stores all over the country.
Fantastic. Hey, let's bring our car. I mean, You want to hang out a bit? Are you on the clock?
Uh,
If you got to go, you got to go. I'm going to bring the Cropsy guys on and talk about their record a bit.
Okay, fantastic. I mean, I'll hang out.
I mean, if you got to break out, just speak up when whenever. We also, I mean, we have this show together, but don't you? What else is isn't there some other things coming up for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we have the record comes out May 26th, and we're going to kind of announce really like 2 other shows leading up even to that show. So within the next week, we're going to announce a bunch of like in-city shows that we're actually doing. And then after that, June 24th, we're actually playing up in East Haven at the Beer Axe in Connecticut.
Okay.
We're playing, I think it's called Warcock Festival, which we're super grateful to play. That's like an all-day food truck at the Beer Axe, like an event. And then
you
mid-July,
you guys are a good band for something like that.
yeah, I mean, look, again, like we're grateful to play, and we hope people come out. And then mid-July, we're heading out to like Cleveland, Detroit, Buffalo. Then we got DC. We're playing back up in Poughkeepsie, and then
all the Connecticut people are chiming in now. You know?
Yeah, come on out.
Yeah. Hey, let me bring on the Cropsy guys again. Let's bring on Joey and Don,
of course,
and Cody. Hey, fellas,
what's going on?
Hey,
what's up?
Are you working, Don?
I'm off work now, but I'm just sitting in my mobile office right here. I don't want to lose the signal, you know.
There you go.
I'm in Park Slope.
You're working, Cody?
I got one of those where I'm never really off the clock type gigs. I'm a super.
Let's talk about the new Cropsy release. Joey, can you give us any perspective on it? How did it come about, and what's the lowdown?
So we had to come up with something new. We kind of put our heads together, and from like the production side, we were thinking about maybe something a little more organic sounding. In my head, I was thinking almost like drum wise, almost like Rage Against the Machine type vibes and stuff, like where everything is kind of like a beat instead of like typical, just like, like fast part breakdown and all that stuff. I mean, of course that stuff is in there, but from a groove perspective, kind of like a Rage Against the Machine feel. That's what I was thinking, and we all kind of came together with that.
Don, you want to add anything to that?
I mean, it was making this EP. It was kind of a learning curve for us because it was trial and error, and when we finally got the traction we needed, it kind of went pretty smoothly. I'm extremely proud of it. It was a long time coming, and I'm looking forward to playing it live.
Good. Cody, any input as to the process? Are you happy with it? Are you happy with your vocals?
I am. I'm thrilled with the EP. The first EP, we had a lot of, I guess, rookie mistakes. There were things that we were so excited to get that first EP out that, listening to that versus this is night and day. I think production wise, like me and Joe sat down and we, Joe really turned it up a couple notches with the production. We recorded the EP to a click this time. So instead of me trying to sing each chorus exactly the same, we copied pasted them. It's almost produced like a pop record.
Yeah, I could relate to that. That's pretty much how we just did our record. A click track, huh? Ouch.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We do everything ourselves. So like we went one way. We recorded this whole thing at one time, and it was too slow, and we had to stop everything. And then we started getting in our heads a little bit and started rearranging some of the songs. And then we hired a guy to do the clicks for us, and it was all wrong. So Joey, Paul, and myself, we sat one night. We were there till like 11 o'clock after work and all that, and we got it down. And it was nerve-wracking because we were a little insecure about it at first. But once we started laying the tracks down, it felt right. The first time we recorded it, it didn't feel right. I was like falling asleep. I'm like, this isn't fast enough. Like, let's see how it sounds with the vocals, you know?
There's nothing more depressing than going to the fucking recording studio and recording, and then getting in your car and listening to it and going, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I've been there more than once. Like,
yeah.
Something's not right. And then what sucks is when you can't. It's not apparent what the issue is. Like, so right there, Stasi, it's like some doesn't feel, and then right.
I mean, every record I've ever done, I've never recorded to a click track in my life.
Yeah.
Anything. I shouldn't say that. I think one song on this record was done to a click, but Danny had the click. But I can't do it. I can't play to a click track when I'm trying to like demo an idea. I just can't do it personally. Kudos to you, man.
You know who plays? You know who plays to a click live? Which is really impressive. Is Veronica from Life of Agony.
Yeah, but I think I believe that it's not just a click; it's like a program click. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit more advanced, where it's like she's going to start the song, and then it tells her, you know, okay, here comes the change. You know, any of these like arena shows and shit, you can go on YouTube now and hear they're like, shout at the devil, here it comes, ready. Like, you know, it's unbelievable how advanced the in-ear shit is made things.
I don't know. I think that would take the fun out of things. You know what I mean? I just like to get up there and thrash out. You know.
But the reality is, like you're saying, you use the click for your record to get the feel and the tempo that you wanted. So you use the click to your benefit. And I know most bands record to a click. I just think personally, like, I don't know. I've just never been I'd like to try.
Hey, Matt Gray, if you're watching, we didn't record to a click, did we? On the songs you tracked? I don't remember. Matt, if you're out there on the drum tracks you played on, did you play to a click? Yeah, that's the fucking recording studio is stressful too because you're paying money for it. It's just like fuck. Not that you ever want
to have that issue.
What's that?
We do all the recording in house. If we paid for this, we'd be out quite a few dollars.
Believe me, I agree.
yeah.
But I have to say that the new
Fred, I'm going to bring you back on in a couple minutes, Fred. Go ahead.
Yeah. The album, like if you recorded this whole, what'd you do yourself with Pro Tools?
I did it with Reaper.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a full studio recorded album. You know, I love I mean, I got to be honest, the guitar sound is like cutting, like cuts through. I think it's incredible for doing it yourself. Like you got to have a lot of Danny's the only guy with us that like we recorded vocals and some other things, and Danny actually recorded us, but he was the only one with the knowledge to do it.
Danny is incredible. Danny recorded my first band 25 years ago at Fast Lane Studios, him and Billy.
Yep.
Wow.
And we recorded on the reel to reel that Urban Discipline was recorded on.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know, like I go way back with Danny. You know, he knows me since I'm a little kid, and
yeah,
he's probably I can't imagine how advanced he is now, but he was really good back then. So.
And Billy, I mean, obviously Billy runs the studio.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's almost like a theme on today's show. Scott Earth from Silent Sequel's Death says, you know, doing it yourself is the best. And I was talking to Jerry A and Sammy Town about how we're sort of like first generation hardcore dudes. And, you know, that's like so embedded, that sort of DIY, you know, ethos of like, yo, I'd rather, you know, do it myself and get it out there myself. And it reminded me of a little bit of the Michael Alago film that I did, right? The Michael Alago film that I did was I shot with my camera that's in the closet over there. I got the camera. I went and got a lighting kit, and I went out by myself and you know, me and Alago, but I interviewed these people, just me. You know, I got a clip-on mic and all that. So here I am interviewing with the Metallica guys, Cyndi Lauper, Johnny Rotten, Phil. I did all the shit, just me. And any interview you saw in the Alago film is me and that person alone, right? And it was just me with my little thing, my little setup. I cut the thing together. I wrote it. I thought of it. I conceptualized it. I wrote it. I shot it. I edited it. I showed it to one person. They were like, "Holy fuck, we want this, and we want to get it to Netflix." And I'm like, "Okay,
yeah, no problem."
Yeah,
sure, sounds good.
So what I'm getting at is sometimes that sort of DIY, ethos can be extremely, extremely gratifying.
We felt like nobody else was gonna get it besides us.
Yeah.
So if we go sit in a room, like this whole thing is recorded in our practice spot. So if we could get in a room together, kind of come up with tempos.
Sure.
Like Paul and Don was sitting there playing the guitar, and I'm tapping my phone, finding what the tempo was for each part, and kind of piecing it together like that. And then it worked. And at that point, it felt comfortable to me playing to the click with the drums. And once I laid everything down, then everything else was.
So Joey, did you quarterback this thing technical wise?
Yeah, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It was Cody and myself. We were bouncing all the technical stuff off each other.
Okay.
And
I didn't know you were so proficient, Cody, in these run-ins.
I got my little interface right here. These guitars get plugged into that. It goes right in the computer.
That's crazy. Who would have thunk it? Hey, let's bring our friend Freddy on. Hey, Freddy.
Oh,
Yo!
Of course,
we're
we're gonna get
the one, Dan? Is that the same one?
We're in a group chat with Fred. He hates us. He hates our guts.
Freddy,
I do too.
What's up, Danny?
What's up, man? How you been?
Good, man. Good.
Hey, Dan Estasi, is that the same interface that Cody has? Is that the same?
His
thing?
is a little nicer over there. It looks like.
No, I don't. This is Focusrite.
Yeah, 2i2, 4i4.
Dude, you're talking. I have no idea. This is what it looks like, and you plug in. I plug in the back. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Where's the input?
I just figured out how to use GarageBand like 2 years ago.
The Punisher Mike Grove says the bass sounds pretty good on that Cropsy record too, in my opinion.
I played every track. I played every track on that. No, I'm just kidding. No, Mike came in. When we don't see each other for a little while, we start to get pissed off at each other. And Mike came in because me, Paul, and Joey were in the studio every day for like 2 weeks. Then Mike comes in. He banged out his tracks in like 2 hours. I was like, where the fuck did you come from? But
there's one in every crowd, bro. There's one in every band. The guy that just comes in, kills it, and then like that's it. Doesn't want to even be bothered anymore,
Yep.
Hey, Joey, you should be plugging your studio. You do some great work. We recorded some stuff over there with Orlando Furioso, and he's legit on those dials. So
thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Right
So I got a little studio. It's called Amplitude Studio. I got a Facebook page. Got everything on there. So if anybody wants to come and record, come on over.
What's it called?
What's it called?
What's it called?
It's Amplitude Studios.
Amplitude.
Amplitude.
Yeah. Amplitude.
Okay. Cool.
Is this the Cropsy? Is this the Cropsy record release show? Or is
yes.
Yeah. Tell us about this, Cody.
Well, this is it's we decided if we were going to do a record release show, we had to do it at home.
In Staten Island.
In Staten Island, Jeff and Rage helping us out with the spot to put this together, and like the big exciting thing for me, besides like we have Silence Orlando Against All, who we played our first show on a skate ramp with Against All. Like getting Enwell back together to play this show is huge. I don't know like how big they were outside of New York really, but like this was my favorite band in high school. So this is like almost surreal.
That's great. And it's great that you're doing it, back on Staten Island at Mother Pugs.
Staten Island always shows mad love. Whenever we play Pugs, it's always packed out.
Yeah.
They always show love. It's not as wild. Like it's a little more mild than like Bowery, you know.
Yeah.
But like people show love, man. It's pretty cool.
Well,
It's pretty cool.
it's also your home turf, man. You know.
Yeah. We represent Staten Island really hard, man, because we're all from there, you know.
For sure.
And,
Absolutely. Freddie, did you say that that you guys recorded that Dragons at Noon? You recorded with a click?
Yeah. We record to a click. I mean, I don't want to out all these bands, but there's a lot when you play to a click. It opens up a whole nother technical portion of, like, you know, playing 4/4 and cutting out measures and maybe dragging a little bit of things, like maybe a riff didn't come in or you didn't come in at the right time. There's a huge benefit to going to a click. I totally hear where Dan goes, because you may lose a little bit of feel because you're very mechanical and you're playing on the dot rather than, you know, maybe shifted a little bit. But I found, you know, if the technology is there, you know, we were utilizing it in the studio. Jeff
and Raids, what's happening, brother? We love you. You guys are the only newer Staten Island hardcore band that really reps the borough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Jeff used to throw the shows at the Wave when I was a teenager. All ages, whatever. He kept that shit alive. Like those are my first introductions into hardcore. Was at Backdoor at the Wave. Like that's where I met Joey back in like the mid '90s. Shit, you know.
I want to shout out. Oh my God! I want to shout out original Biohazard drummer Anthony Mio, who's a great supporter and patron. Says Biohazard 1987 and 1990, 3 demos, Fast Lane Studios. Rest in peace, Mike Big Balls Ferrara. No click track ever. Yeah, right. Well, those were different. Those were different times. Yep. Yeah.
I played. We my old band played a show with one of Anthony Mio's bands. What is it called? Tribe of Terror or Tribe of Error or something like that.
Yep.
We used to have a band, and they played the Wave with us once. Like in '96.
Meanwhile, back in Kings Never Die world.
Mistakes that can dim our light. We're all wrong, we're all right, but we need each other to burn bright ourselves.
It sounds pretty good, Dan Nastasi.
That's great.
Man. Yeah, that's a dope riff, man. I want to rip something off like that.
Let me ask you this: how come every time you send your masters in to go to digital, it sounds like shit on digital?
Yeah, well, that's
what, like, it's crazy, man.
We're about to do that right now. We're about to do that with the masters right now. Send it to the record company.
Hey, one thing I got to do real quick. I want to just shout out Dave Causa, who did that Stay True video with us and for us. Dave is the guy. He did Doc Martin Stomp with Madball. He did Wisdom in Chains videos. And Dave really, really hooked us up. And Evan really arranged the whole video. But I thought the guy just did an unbelievable job. And if anybody's looking to do like a real shoot video, it's the first time I think I ever did a video like that, where it was just the band and we just filmed in one location. And
that came out awesome.
Dave
it's good video.
Look, man, the guy is fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
Really.
Hey, I want to say, anybody out there that's watching, if you have any questions for any of the guys, please feel free to post them up. We're not going to take another sponsor break. We're going to go a couple more minutes. If you have any questions for the guys from Cropsy or Dan from Kings Never Die, or Freddy from Silence Equals Death and Dragons at Noon, feel free to post them up. You know, when we were looking at your. What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say we got to do a huge shout out to Sal Lococo from Sworn
Oh
Enemy
yeah, right.
for doing a guest spot on Malfeasance. You know, I mean, he didn't have to do that. He's been a true friend to us, man. We really appreciate him. You know,
Sal's the man.
That's
he
cool.
killed it. He killed it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what's great for me is in the past couple years doing not just this show but doing the Bowery Electric shows have exposed me and I've created friendships with people like you guys and like the Sworn Enemy guys and so many bands and so many people that I would never have been able to see or to interact with the musicians. So those Bowery Electric shows bring me a lot of joy, man. They're really great, you know.
They really are. That's awesome.
My favorite place to play. Favorite place, man.
There's no room like it. You're like here, people, the side, up. Like, it's like you're in a people bubble.
You're
You know what I
doing
mean?
one thing. The crowd, the band, it's just this big mass of like
Personal. It's personal.
It's intimate.
I tell the guys in my band, like we go out, and I don't want to mention any other places, but we go play someplace else. I'm like, yo, fuck that. Let's just play the Bowery Electric. New York is a cosmopolitan city. If people want to see us play, they can come to the Bowery Electric. You know?
Yeah, right.
I got a question from our friend Scott Earth. Cody, who are your vocal influences?
Oh, this is a tough one because I guess it's like, you know, there's some guys who's like their sound is something I'm influenced by. There's some people who like their lyrical content influences me. You know, Jason Butler from Let Live is a huge influence. There's like, you know, Cypress Hill, that very like, you know, rhythmic percussive type of delivery. A lot of rappers. I'm a huge Immortal Technique fan. That kind of, you know, that really thought-provoking stuff. But then, like, as far as like, you know, sound-wise, I listen to a lot of metal, a lot of death metal. I think it kind of shows on the new album where I've expanded a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. You know, I want to. This is interesting that Larry Kelly, Mr. Wolf, should bring this up. Nastasi, is that I was just out in LA. You know, I was with Biohazard. I was in all the rehearsals. Billy has this automatic auto tune thing on his guitar now, and I was just like in awe of this thing. And then at High and the Mighty rehearsal last night, Zum was explaining it to me, telling me like you could do all kinds of other stuff where you can't, even if you bend the note, the note stays in tune.
Evertune.
Evertune, yeah.
Evertune. So Larry's asking, Larry Kelly's asking, Dan and everybody else, what do you think of the auto tune guitar these days?
Well, I actually saw Billy using the Evertune.
Yeah.
And I saw a demo because I love Gibson Les Pauls, period. Like I you know, had 4 of them, but I can never keep a guitar in tune. And since I'm more of really a straight rhythm player, I was asking around, looking around. I saw that Billy was using ESPs and Evertune. And then I spoke to Mitz, who totally sold me on it. And to be, you know, I reached out to ESP, and actually Laz Pina hooked me up as well with Tony over at ESP, and they sent me. But that's what I've been using. The guitar I've been using, that black LTD ESP.
Yeah, that
is Evertune. So it is the most incredible. Now look, I'm not a technical guy, so I had to have, you know, I went out to Guy's place in Long Island. You know, Guy from Ludacris, he's got a great shop.
Guy Broga.
Yeah. Guy's got I forget the name of the shop out in Long Island. He's got a tech there that set up the Evertune because we tune to straight D. So when you get ESP sent me the guitar, and it's like it's God. Like I play the guitar, I bend the note, you can pull it, and the guitar is dead nuts in tune. It's absolutely incredible technology.
Do you use this, Fred?
I don't. I don't. And you know, me and Dan, we always talk shop when we're at shows because I'm a technology guy too. And I don't know. I mean, I like the bend. I know there's like ways to set up that evertune where you could bend it. I hate to say that sometimes, you know, I like that idea that between songs you go to tune, you may be off a couple cents on certain notes, particularly with punk hardcore. That shit's never in tune. Maybe you're off tune a little bit.
Right.
You know, we all know. I've been having this discussion with all these musicians. I have a big time problem staying in tune live as well. It's nuts.
Yeah.
You know,
I couldn't do it. I mean, I literally saw through the strings. I mean, I just can't keep guitars in tune. So for me, you know, it's like if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Like it's godsend, and I can't thank Tony and everybody at ESP enough. And even Bill, like if I didn't see this Billy promo on it, I would have never even known that it existed. And then I got to thank Mitz, you know, for explaining it to me. Like he told me, like I recorded those Madball. It's all evertune, man.
That's great.
Like, yeah, that's awesome. You know, and apparently I hear they're making it for the bass now.
Oh shoot! Really?
Yeah. That's because we had the discussion in the Biohazard rehearsal room the other day, and yeah,
is Billy still using it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible, man.
I mean, I don't know if that's what he's going to use, you know, when they're out on the road. But the other day in the rehearsal room, he's the one that showed it to me, and we were talking about it.
Yeah.
So it's you know, I think that for some people, I would think, just knowing what I know, and I'm not necessarily saying Billy is one of them by any means, but for some people, I think it's a godsend. You know, for some people that struggle with keeping in tune or having to hand guitars off constantly. I mean, that's half a drag too, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
So here's a good one. You know, Dan, I know you're where did I see that? Hold on. Yeah, Dan, I know you're getting up to speed. How you feeling?
What do you mean, my surgery?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I had the surgery 2 months ago. Like,
okay.
Actually, no, 9 weeks ago. So I'm doing great. You know,
good.
I had a great surgeon, and I had a surgery that was, you know, a little risky, but you know, there's nothing like having 10 posts and 2 rods and 2 hinges in your neck. No, but I had to do it. I had to do it because the nerve pain and my almost my entire right hand was totally numb. I was taking Gorilla Glue and putting glue on my fingers and then putting the Gorilla Glue on the pick so I wouldn't drop the pick.
Oh man.
You know, I was playing like shit. Like, look, I had to do it because if I didn't get the surgery, nerve damage for that long, eventually you wound up with like dead arms. So I had to do it. And but it took like 8 months for the insurance to approve it. And I had a great surgeon, and my family was phenomenal, you know, helping me through it. And I'm still, you know, I'll be doing physical therapy for another 2 months, but I mean, I'm good. I'm good.
Sorry about that.
Well, thanks for asking. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry, I had upcoming shows.
Yeah.
That said,
hey, when are we going to hear some Cropsy? You have that lined up there?
They didn't send me anything.
Oh, come on, guys!
I'll play it right now.
Wait. Hold on. Let me get something. What is the new video track on YouTube?
It is, yeah. It's on Hardcore Worldwide.
What's it called?
Malfeasance.
Spell it?
Good luck spelling that.
MAL.
I got it. Hold on.
You can't miss it. It's pink.
I see it. HD
is Malfeasance? Is that the video or Beloved?
No, Malfeasance is the lyric video. That's the song
Hold on,
that
I'm downloading it right now.
Wow, Drew.
Listen, bro, 200 fucking million shows, man. I know what I'm fucking
We're
doing.
hiring in IT if you need a job.
It's called Clip Grab, by the way. If anybody needs to download something off YouTube, Clip Grab.
Yeah.
You just put in the link and it'll download it. It takes a minute.
Hey, Don, are you comfortable there? Are you comfortable? You need a pillow?
Dude, yo, I could hang out in this truck all day, man. You don't even know. This
Don,
is my office.
Don
man.
came
I
and
drive-
visited me. Don visited me on my corner last week. He pulled up in his truck. He did. He's like, I'm downstairs. I came downstairs. We hung out.
Yeah, we were so excited about the Biohazard reunion. I think that's all we spoke about.
Yeah,
really.
that's all we thought. I'm going out to LA in 2 days. I can't wait. You know?
Oh man, I can't wait to see any of that footage.
Yo, I got tickets for Friday. I got tickets for Sunday, and then my cousin and I and a few friends of ours, we're gonna ride the bikes down to Virginia in September for the Blue Ridge Mountain Festival.
Yo.
And they're playing that. I mean, there's a lot of bands on that.
Speaking of which, there he is, Mike Pooch from
There he is.
Miami,
There he is.
and really, and to a large extent, in the Biohazard camp these days. What's up, Pooch?
Yeah. Hey, tell Pooch that I'm driving with them out to Milwaukee.
Oh, you're gonna drive in the Pooch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they were all loaded up.
Wagon.
I got to call Frankie. I got to call up. I was going to reach out to Mike. but I was
Steve
gonna-
Malibu, the whole gang's going.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
No alcohol consumption on the way. That's the rule, right?
Right.
You're just saying that because you're on the air.
Not with Frankie, man. Forget.
That's a long drive too, isn't it?
No, it's like 12 hours.
Yeah, that's not long.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not long. You know, it's not long if you're driving. You're like sitting in the back of the battle wagon, just like hanging out, like on a couch. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, Cropsy, who? And I really like this artwork. What's the story behind this artwork?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So this was done by a guy, Juan, at Primal Designs. I think he did the recent artwork for Fury of 5. He's done stuff for E-Town, a couple other big bands. And this, we kind of played off a line from the title track here, where I had a little bit of an idea, but I'm not like one of those drawing visual artists. So I told him my idea. He's like, "Here, I have an idea. Let me show you something." And this is what we came out with, and it's kind of polarizing in the Cropsy camp over here, but polarizing's good.
I like it. I like the artwork. I think it's
man,
cool.
catches your eye right away. Can't miss it.
Personally,
Yeah, it's pretty bright. Well, we got T-shirts with pink lettering on it just to follow on that. You know.
There you go. You know, the Cropsy camp is volatile. You know, there's a lot of big boys with a lot of big opinions.
Yeah, what's up with Mike and Paul? Couldn't make it, or they're too busy? What's up with that?
Well, listen, bro. Listen, more's not better here, Fred.
Oh,
We don't need 300 guys from each band.
They decided to give us a chance this time.
Yeah, no, that's the way it should be. Dan Nastasi, any background on this design or what we're trying to get across here?
I'll be honest. Like, I wanted to call the record "Kill the Cowards," but I got totally outvoted.
Right.
But we were trying to work with some sort of line. Like, once we decided we were going to call the record "All the Rats," we have a really Bill Bergman worked with us on the cover and doing all the layout, and he had this great all the rats, like this rat that he actually created. But the lion kind of works into the pride of the lion. And we really felt like it kind of signified the message within the music. You know what I mean? So, and we just dug the way it looked, and he put it together, and it was, kind of eye catching.
Yeah,
and we were like, yeah, let's just go with it, And we wanted a very simple cover. So
Yeah,
we couldn't afford an artist, so we just went with it.
We're grappling with the same. You know what? It's one thing to go and deal with the whole fucking rigmarole of doing a record. A lot of times after that, it's what the fuck are we going to put on the record? And that in itself turns into, a whole deal. Sometimes you sort of have the vision beforehand or know what you want to do, but a lot of times, you got to try to figure it out after, and that can be. Oh, by the way, Pooch says that he's flying. He's not driving in the battle wagon, and Mike from Cropsy says the Pooch bus is the greatest thing I've ever seen. So there you go. Yeah.
I give a lot of bands. I don't know who I was telling this to, maybe Sal or somebody. I give a lot of bands that've been around for 20 years that are still putting music out. Because it's tough. Yeah. It's tough to write the music, to record it, and then get graphic designs, putting out merch. I mean, I never realized how hard it is to do that kind of stuff.
You gotta love it, man. That's why.
And we do love it for the most part.
It's not work.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not work. Stevie.
Well, I think a lot of things are cyclical in nature, especially in art, right? And it's like, for a lot of bands, you sort of get out there, you have a moment, the merry-go-round goes round, and if you hang in there long enough, you can have another moment, and a lot of people hang in there. I've seen it, I've done it too. And some people fold up their tent and go home, never be heard from again. And some people stay in it, due to their love for it. And deservingly, sometimes, it all comes, the wave goes in and the wave comes out. And then, you get another chance at romance, Lance, and it happens to a lot. It happens to a lot of people. It really makes me happy. Like, when bands that kind of hung in there, get another go round,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Paulie says, check out Overkill's 20th album. Yeah, there you go. No, but in a way, it's a really good example. It's a band that has hung in there, just put out their 20th studio album, has a fan base, and that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like Ray said, look at Overkill. Yeah, they fucking they've hung in there.
Well, they earned it. That's why these bands, Overkill, okay, like Sick of It All, Agnostic, like this is what these guys they deserve every single thing they get because they're the ones that just stood the test of time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it's the most respect I could ever think of a band is when they just don't, it's just what they love to do and they just continue through, from 1986 until 2023. It's incredible when a band has a 40th anniversary. You have to celebrate it. It's incredible.
Yeah. And then sort of in the world that we exist in to a certain extent, there you go. Good one, Pooch. Anthrax, exactly. Right.
Yep.
That's a
Murphy's
good
Law is another one. Jimmy is just a machine.
Right. But then there's people sort of in our world, and we'll call this let's even call it the A7 Bowery Electric world, where there's a lot of people that are still doing it, and they're doing it because of their inherent love for it, and they've gone on to have kids and jobs and this and that, and it's not a money-making thing. It's not a let's go to Europe thing and have glory. They are truly, I'm talking about guys like Matt Melnick and, a lot of guys like, I could go on and on that are still doing it because in their heart, they love it.
Yep.
Scott Earth.
Drew, it's not easy as you get older.
Yeah.
You got work, you got life, you got everything else going on. Yep. Plus, you got 5 guys that you have to get together in a room once a week to practice and get everybody on the same page. Yep. Text messages, all this chaos. But at the end of the day, when you play a show, and everybody walks away and we played a great show. Yeah. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
That's the hit right there. That's the fix, you know?
Yeah. For sure. And, something really interesting happened. Now, this was a while ago, right? Like when I was in Antidote and we got back together in 2008, it was a little bit different because we didn't play for, I think, 16 years or something, right? And we when we split, it was under really strenuous circumstances, right? It was like the typical rock and roll bullshit. This, just all the this, that, and that, right? So we didn't play for a while. When we got back together, it was really enjoyable because people had lives and wives and jobs, and all the pressure and stress
and
wasn't
bills.
Right, but the being in the band the second time around wasn't about we got to get the record deal and we got to make this money, and it was really like, hey, I'm not doing it for the money the second at all. So if somebody offers us a show and the money's not right and we want to play it, we're going to play it, or we're going to do what we're going to do because and it really, I mean, I'm just keeping it in the eye. It really served us because it turned into like a hobby, doing something we love, and it led to a lot of joy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go.
well said.
There you go. Yeah. Enrage. There's another one, right? Enrage is another band that's been around a long time. Had moments, but they're in it because they love it.
Yeah.
How's that click grab going?
That what?
The click grab. Were you able to download whatever?
Oh, it's not. It's because I'm probably on here. It's still. It's probably because I'm clogging it up with doing the show right now. It's not downloading. It's taking forever. When it usually should take. Hey, that King Thomas asks. There was a Kings Never Die video where they're sitting on a stoop. Was it Queens? Is that this one?
Trust the feeling in your gut. Follow your role. You gotta see it through. Stay up, stay ready, stay strong, stay true.
No, that was pure gold. We did a video for it was really like a single that we did, and then we put some remixes. It came out digitally. But we did a video for a song called Pure Gold. It wasn't Queens. It was Jersey City. It was Larry's apartment, brownstone apartment in Jersey City. And we filmed it on his street, on his porch.
Got it. Yes, Michael. Yes, Michael. Waddy dropped. But it's a little bit different with Waddy and the Exploited because Waddy makes a good amount of money and the Exploited is an international touring band, but the merry-go-rounds certainly come back around for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
Hey, that said, for us here on the East Coast time, let's go. Let's go eat something, fellas. We'll start with you, Dan Astasi. Anybody you want to thank? Shout out.
Obviously, I always want to thank. First of all, Drew, thank you. Thanks to the Cropsy guys for being on today. Freddie, it's great to see you. And I'm just going to thank the guys that I get to play with because it's incredible. I want to thank for sure everybody that's been involved with getting us to be able to release this record. So everybody at Metalville, Rough Trade, Gama, but also thank everybody at Fast Break Records, Richie and Tim Soda from Fast Break Records, who helped us put out the EP we did last year before this record, and definitely Upstate Records as well, for helping us put out the first Raise a Glass video. I mean, anytime you're doing this, it's, you could say it all day long, but it's always about the people that go out of their way to try to help you to accomplish what you're trying to do.
Sure.
So, we're grateful that we have this opportunity to put out all the rats, put out the full length. We're hoping that, the touring stuff that we're trying to plan all works out. But the reality is none of it would have ever been without everybody that helped us along the way. We talked about Scott Patino. I could bring up 1,000 things. Mike Valente, how much he helped us out from Brick by Brick and Upstate Black and Blue.
Look here.
There's a never-ending list. You can never thank everybody. But we're just super appreciative. Obviously, we'd love if everybody can go and pick up the record. If not, just download it. I got a copy of it right here. Looks pretty cool. It's got matching glow in the dark, like tan glow in the dark. It's the first pressing is like a limited edition glow in the dark, tan glow in the dark. So, we're super happy with it. Super happy with the Make Them Anymore video that Jeff Pliskin did for us. Raise Fist Propaganda. Dave Causa that did the last video. And it's humbling. We hope people enjoy it. If they don't, what are we gonna do? You're doing something you love. It's kind of like it's all gravy. You know what I mean? But and we hope people come out to the shows that we have coming up. Check our social media. It's Kings_never_die_official. kingsneverdie.com, kingsneverdieofficial.com. I mean, everybody could find everybody in a click. So, that's basically it. Just want to thank everybody.
And am I going to see you in the park on Saturday if it's a nice day?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Love you, Danny. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, man.
Yo, Dan, peace.
Yeah.
Later, Dan.
Done.
There you go. Freddy and Santiago. I know I asked you. Anybody else needs to get shout out? Freddy, we'll see you in the park on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. And Santiago wanted to say hi to everyone.
What's up, Santiago? What's up, bro?
Kid?
How you doing?
Yo, kid.
Is this the cutest thing ever?
Yes, he is. God bless.
Nothing could beat this kid. This is craziness.
All right, Freddie, we'll talk to you soon, man.
All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, later, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, Cropsy guys. Yeah. Are you guys coming in at all this weekend? I
have my kids this weekend, so it's a no-go for me.
You don't have you have your kids. You can't bring your kids to the fucking park?
They're not gonna be. I got 4 of them, bro. My youngest is 5. I can't keep
I got my kids. My girlfriend, you're lucky. You're lucky you're not in the band with me, bro.
I know.
I'd be going on.
But I probably won't be there this weekend, which is a bummer,
Mike Pooch says, "Great album, boys. Great job."
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Pooch. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, but yeah, do your thing, man. And but we'll see you soon. Cody, anybody you want to thank? Shout out.
I mean, there's obviously you having us on, the support for the last couple of years of us doing this.
Whoa! Look what just happened. Oh, hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Whoa! Hold your horses. Wait a second. Woo-wee. Let's see. Woo! Put your shoes and socks on, kids.
You fear loss, Emperor. Your fear brings you pain. We know pain. Our purpose is its end. You have no purpose because you fear to seek one. That fear is your failure. And you sit closest to the light. Yes, the longest shadow. They say all is where the heart is, but my heart is made of stone. It fucking sticks and I follow it, and I'm left to drown alone. You can chase your head.
Hard.
Yeah, I can't wait to play that live, man.
Shit.
I can't wait.
Lord. Well, let me skip down. Let's see what's happening towards the end here.
I saw the blood swings to ourselves. We'll walk through heaven just to get to hell. The greatest lies are the ones we to ourselves.
Woo! Good Lord,
Yeah.
fellas.
Yeah.
That's great. Good work, man. Good work.
Yeah, man.
Putting
Thank you, Drew.
putting Staten Island on the map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Good shit. No, definitely, man. Just stay focused, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You know?
Thanks, Drew. We're loving
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a good time, Drew. It's always a good time, man.
Yeah,
Really
for sure.
appreciate it.
I do it because I love it. Joey, anybody you want to thank or shout out?
Guys, I want to just thank the guys in the band. Couple of like Against All, Orlando Furioso, Silence Equals Death. You know, the usual guys, and of course you, Drew, for supporting us. It's been a pleasure. It's been awesome working with you, man.
Fantastic. Did I ask you, Don? I didn't, right?
No. Of course, you, always you, Drew. Shout out to you, bro. Mike Valente, the boys in Brick by Brick. My lovely kids, my 4 boys, my sons, my mother, Erica. That's really it, man. I'm going to hear this later. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Drew, thanks again, man. Oh, and Sal. Don't forget Sal, man. Shout out to Sal.
Yeah. Shout out to Sal, a sworn enemy. I'll see you, Cropsy guys, later. And, I'll see you out on the ball field soon. All right, guys?
All right. Drew. Sounds good, brother. Thanks, Drew.
Take care. Later. Well, there you have it. The New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Bunch of our friends on today. It was nice. It was at the pace. It was at the pace and the tempo I could handle after sleeping 5 hours in a week. But I didn't mention what's coming up. A week from today is Cynthia Ross from the B-Girls. This should be cool. And then a couple days after that, Theo from the Lunatics. Then we have Wino from the Obsessed. Steve Birnbaum's coming back on Wednesday, May 17th. Mark Rizzo's coming on to talk about Revenge Beast, May 28th. A rescheduled Tim Shaw from Ensign and Fuck It, I Quit. Chris Jericho, Sunday, June 11th. Ooh, haven't announced this one yet. Forbidden. The guys from the Forbidden, including Chris Contos, who is now playing drums, will be on Wednesday, the 21st. And this I need to announce probably tomorrow. Jetan Damone will be on the show. Is that right? You know what? I've said this before. I've never seen GBH play. And I got to try to get down. I got to see GBH, man. They're on my bucket list. There's certain bands that are on my bucket list and I could never see them. He's like GBH, Chicago, The Cure. I guess they're on my bucket list because it's just impossible for me to go. Every time they play, I'm not around, or the tickets are too much, or whatever. So, there you go. These shows often cost me a book or a record purchase, but that crime scene, that crime scene shit sounded hard. That sounded great. Like that's some Jerry A stuff, Yep. Yeah, we got the Forbidden coming on, right? Good stuff. That said, hey, thanks everybody. It's good to, thanks, Larry. I'll see you this weekend. Just a reminder, I've said it before. In Tompkins on Saturday is the Black and Blue show. They need your support on GoFundMe. Please visit up there. And then the next day, we have a free matinee at the Bowery. So please come out and support these things. Thanks a lot, everybody. Until I see you next time, do good things and good things will come to you.